back with the game with Vaderxgamer.
What's up?
Yeah, we're playing 2K16.
Alright, yeah. D-Rose.
This is
Greg Anthony and
year,
reporting from the sidelines.
oh my god.
Shelly! Oh, come on. I need to get closer.
All fueled up and ready
Can't
to
see a
go.
thing.
And for Miami, looking who they've got out there. Wade
Oh,
and
no.
Dang
Give me
are
that.
2 and 3. The big men are Bosch
Give
and
me.
Whiteside, and it's Dragic.
Oh, rejected by Wade.
Those are teammates
On
too.
the break. Ahead. Here's
This is Jimmy
Whiteside.
Butler and Wade.
Shot is off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. And it's on Whiteside.
Oh,
in
come
Miami
on,
at the
bro.
breakout year of all breakout years. Clark, he blew up in the right way last season. Averaged a double-double over 48 games.
Yeah, and great
Oh,
to see
right.
for
If
Whiteside
you're reasoning
because he
why
did have
we don't have
some
2K18,
issues prior
we
to
do,
the
but we just can't
breakout
play right
year,
now.
and it's nice to see him find
What
his
the heck
stride
was
and
that?
produce with that awesome talent he has.
Just the height
Go all the way.
separation
Oh,
on that
Gibson.
mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
That's good.
Go, Gibson.
A splendid pass that time
Gibson
by
at
Rose.
28 last night.
And
Dang.
now just over
So
a
he had
minute
his career
played here
high.
in the first. The Heat have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started.
You hit the fan.
And talking about Whiteside,
I wanna see if the
he
thing's
isn't
okay.
completely out of the
Let's see if
woods
the line's
yet.
okay.
I mean, after a couple of ejections last season, his teammates publicly condemned his actions. They questioned
All
his
right, pass.
maturity, challenged him to be more reliable. And for
Oh,
the
yeah, that's
most
good.
part, he was after those incidents.
Come on, D-Rose. Are you serious? Yeah, it's good.
Bulls on D.
Don't.
Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Bosch misses.
How do you pause him?
And you know the thing about Whiteside, guys, when he's right, he's an unbelievable game changer.
Oh,
Second in
my
the league in block shots last season. Also, goes to
I don't know
the
why I
second
passed
best
that.
field goal percentage. The guy can play if he keeps his head squarely on his neck.
Now here's Gasol. Jimmy Butler unable to
Yeah!
get a shot to go.
What are you doing?
Solid work
You're
on
a
the back end of
baby.
that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
I'm not
Nothing
falling for that trick.
extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Oh, come
And
on.
the foul on Derrick Rose.
If you guys don't know, I
That's
love
his
Jimmy
first foul.
Butler and I love Derrick Rose. That's why I chose to be the Bulls back then, because I
And
love
it's Wade penetrating.
Jimmy Butler's my
Wade
favorite
hit it by
player,
the D. He
and
fights
Derrick
to the
Rose is
rim
one of
for
my
the
favorite
layup.
players.
Wade's got his
Some
first points of the
bullshit.
game.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big
What happened?
still get the finish?
Why'd the crowd go like,
You gotta be clever
oh?
with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And
Jimmy
he
Butler's
made it-
cold.
He made it
Give
look
me-
easy that time.
Give me
Butler
that.
outside.
That made that.
It doesn't go either for Butler.
I thought that was gonna go in.
He'd have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Wade dishes to Dang. And
How'd he go
on the
2 of
basket.
6?
Book it. Dang's
He didn't
got
score
his
yet.
first basket of the night.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Here's Gasol, and down it goes.
Go,
Jimmy
Gasol.
Major posterization right there, guys. The defender gave up way too much height. All he could do was try to get out of the picture.
And the Miami Heat have finished in the top 2 spots or better in each of the years the big 3 were in town. Last season that changed as they would end up 10th in that Eastern Conference.
Sorry about
Butler
that, guys.
attacking, and the Bulls tackle
Oh
him
my
2
god,
more.
no.
It's just run of the mill for him. A typical day at the office.
Just
He's
pure
one of
off.
the more
Can you do that
skilled players out there.
on PlayStation?
What?
Appear offline?
That's
Yeah.
going to be over and back. Not watching
Backcourt.
from the line that time.
And that'll make a pair.
Why is
for him
Joakim
in
not
just the
starting?
last few minutes, so he's got to be a little bit more deliberate.
What? No,
with the ball
no,
out
I'm
there.
not.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago.
How do you call timeout? I mean, go into. Yeah, that's how. Oh, there's energies. I forgot. Because I usually play without energies. How'd you get tired that quickly?
There goes. Trash. They'll give me buckets.
Yeah, bro.
Iritic comes in for Josh
Dagger.
Gibson, and Brooks subbed in for Derrick Rose. Down low, here's Bosch, and that's good. And it's Dragic with the assist.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
The offensive
foul,
rebound
ref.
Out to Brooks.
I didn't actually mean to shoot that. I wanted to.
The Heat trail by 3. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Whiteside. Heat moving the ball around. Clock at 6. Stolen by Brooks. And here we go. Dunleavy heading to the hoop. Throws down.
Go,
the
Dunleavy.
breakaway jam.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Now here's Dragic. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Wade against Butler. The kick out to Dang. Just 5 to shoot. With the fadeaway. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net.
Do you know a YouTuber called 6 Rings of Steel?
No.
Yeah, he's a good YouTuber. He's like at 100K.
And the first time
And
out of the game called.
he was live streaming on Twitch.
And injuries once again were
I kept spamming questions. He answered all of them. I was like, I don't even have Twitch. I just
them in such a tough spot.
The Bulls making a switch here.
Come on,
McDermott's checked in. And a new group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Johnson comes in for Chris.
oh, what you doing in it? I
And
paint.
it's Richardson in for Dwayne Wade.
Winslow, what are you doing?
Fight put up
You a
by the defense
baby.
as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead.
Hey,
And for the Bulls and injuries, a lot of teams plan for these type of things. There's only so much Clark can do to mitigate losing your
sorry
starting backcourt.
guys.
But I tell you, great respect and admiration for the Bulls for how they fought through the difficulty. I mean, their front court did what they
Damn it.
could. The injuries, once again, I thought turned the
Shame,
Bulls
Daddy.
from championship contenders to just a playoff team.
They hold the early advantage on the glass.
Yeah, nothing major, not a huge advantage, but certainly a good sign for them going forward.
There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many.
How'd he
interceptions.
make a
They need
three?
some points. You really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting.
What the heck?
Now here's Brooks.
Yeah.
Butler kicks it to Noah. The feed to Brooks.
No.
McDermott passes to Brooks.
How does Brooks keep scoring inside the
Goaltending,
Yes,
really?
it is.
How does
And
he
so
keep
they
scoring in
build
the
on
paint on you guys?
He almost got
He's
to that
like,
shot in time,
he's
but not
short.
quite.
I don't even know how
Can't
tall
touch
he
the
is.
ball once it's on the way down.
Damn it.
Dragic dishes to Richardson. Fires for 3. Richardson missing again.
And that's playing into the hands of the defense right there.
No way you can sneak that shot by him, Greg. I mean, he was all on top of that one.
Oh my God! I got that on live stream. That's on live stream.
Buckets.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They
Oh my God, I'm pretty sure I think I got it off the time.
Yeah, you got it off the
It
time.
looks pretty
I think I
clear
did.
cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see
They're not
how
gonna
they
show
come to any other conclusion.
They-
I mean, we
they're
have a
supposed
good
to-
look at it on the replay.
did it?
The
What
clock's
the-
still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And Kevin, an example of why it's good to have.
I got that on video.
Yeah, that's a
It'll
good
have on the
thing.
final result.
I was
but
recording.
You always
We
want
watched
them to
me.
get every call right.
Oh, that was good.
And before the game, Star Center Joakim Noah talked
Care
about the
about Joe
intensity
Keith,
of.
no.
Feel like
One
we're
by
the
someone, a
hungriest team.
comment.
I
You know,
know.
I think Joakim
Check it.
can certainly make a case, Clark, for Chicago being that famished 5, especially with Rose back on the court.
There's no doubting that, Kevin. I mean,
Some
even
guy
the addition
named
of Gasol
Freddie
with his 2 rings,
Zhao.
Oh,
the
he's
way
my
he
friend
left
from
things in
school.
LA,
He said
that
Jarrell.
left him with an
that
appetite that
He just said
has him
Jarrell.
still hustling.
What's up, Freddie?
I don't think he's
And
watching
the
anymore.
first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway.
Wow.
And we'll look at the scoring
Okay.
approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
They've been making some really nice passes out there.
He said
Excellent
shh.
passing. That
Hi.
could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also
Jarrell.
knocking down the
He
mid-range
said,
because they're
hi.
making good decisions with the basketball.
I'm gonna
On
win
the
this.
floor for Miami, the big men are Bosch and Whiteside. Wade and Dang
Really
are the
think
2 and
so?
3, and it's Richardson.
Powell
with
is
the foul.
dominating you
Boy, he
guys.
threw out some punishment with that two-hand
You can't
throwdown.
handle
And
Powell in
now's
the
time
post.
to do it. Continue
Hit a
to
jumper
attack
from the
that rim.
free throw. That's a song.
Wade kicks to Whiteside.
He did a sad face. Terrell.
And fouled hard that time.
He put a
Get to the
sad
line and
face.
shoot two.
Boy, last season Hassan
We can't hit free
Whiteside made a
throws.
huge splash in the NBA. Big blocks,
Break.
big rebound totals, but he had some head-scratching moments as well. Missed his share of action due to suspension.
Mike Dunleavy, he's checked in for Chicago.
D-Rose.
And GA, as you said, with
No.
Whiteside, his fiery attitude flared up a few times last season, and it hurt his team more than once in Miami.
No doubt, and it's something that he has got to work on. I mean, he's proven that he can be a big-time player in this league, but he can't have the
Oh,
mental
he
lapses
jellied on
that
you.
can toss from
He didn't
games
make
and
it.
hurt his team.
Derrick Rose possesses a great skill set, ball handling, passing, and understanding of how to score. First rookie to ever win the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge.
So he picks up just one
won
from the
that.
line that time. Getting back to Rose, it's his extraordinary handle that allows him to get anywhere on the
Watch out.
floor.
Oh,
Such
come
confidence
on.
in the way he dribbles and drives, whether it's getting up in a position to set up a teammate, taking himself.
Wasn't he?
He's the one
Each
very
one
best
more.
at controlling that ball.
It's a
You know
great point.
Ethan,
I mean,
Terrell?
guys like D. Rose, Chris Paul,
Terrell,
Steph Curry,
yeah.
and
You know
Kyrie,
Ethan?
they all have
We call him
maximized
Etwan.
that skill. I mean, the
I don't
thing
know,
that
we just do.
separates him and puts him in that Russell
And
Westbrook
he's-
category is the pure physical
So
strength.
Etwan
When
was over
healthy,
there.
he's able to play with.
Joe
And you
and
can
one.
line with a chance to make it three.
No.
Not phased
Your
at
friend
all
sent the
by
sad
having a
face
bigger
emoji.
defender on him down
I don't
low,
know why.
And I really thought he would be.
Oh, it's
You know,
off.
at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular
Are
situation.
you still talking about
but
the and
I'll tell you
one?
what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
Here's Wade.
Yeah, that's a tough call right
Oh, that's a
there. And
charging.
really a tough break for the league.
Greg, no problem for
Sure,
me with
sure.
that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Who's that,
Some
Kelly?
changes for Chicago. Taj Gibson's checked
Oh,
in for
McGraw. I was
Gasol.
gonna say
And
weekend.
Justin Holiday subbed in for more. And Miami also making a switch. Nick Roberts is checked in.
Get it, D-Rose.
It's stolen
Get
by
it, D-Rose. Get it,
By
D.
himself.
Rose! Get it, D-Rose. Who said that you can't dunk?
A steal count. Turn it
Who
into
said
a
you're
big
still
save
not
at
athletic?
the other end.
It was really a case. It looked
Yes,
like
he
Greg
is.
Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a
That's really
great
his only
defensive
skill, though.
play triggering some instant
I love him,
offense.
though.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Oh, that was a great angle we
Let's
just
go,
saw.
Bobby.
Courtesy of Kia.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants
Justin
to.
Holiday's
Clark, but the
balling
lead
now,
they're
though.
enjoying, I'm surprised
He's
he
averaging
didn't
like
put a little
15
something
points.
extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I tell you what, I'm
Holiday?
glad
Yeah.
he didn't, because otherwise we'd
On the
probably
Bulls.
have a 45
He's
minute
oh!
play here, and he shattered the backboard.
How about
That's him.
that?
He used to be on the
Breaking
Bulls,
out
but
the
now
Statue
he
of
went to the
Liberty on
Knicks.
that dunk.
Now he's back
Nice
in the
way to
Bulls.
pad that lead
He's
over
playing
the
good.
Bulls.
Yes, indeed.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game.
We didn't go
You know,
to
guys,
Knicks. We
Taj
traded him to the
Gibson
Knicks.
now is 6 full seasons in the NBA, already 30 years old. Seems like just yesterday he was being drafted.
Richardson against Rose. The drive by Bosch. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosch last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
You know, and Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
And Miami making a change here. Dragic has checked in. And Dunleavy gets it to go in.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Putting you in. Let's go.
You know, the Heat never really came back after losing Bosch. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed
Ah! Get down, Luau!
Offensively
What are
in
you
the first
doing
half,
jumping?
No doubt about it.
Yeah, the numbers support.
What are you-
I mean, they're
why are you
shooting the much
jumping?
better percentage from the field so far.
And that one's good. Dragic has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And not a great start for him in the first, but he's quickly starting to turn it around. And guys, I know I speak for
I'm
everybody.
just showing
I
off
have to
now.
see
Come
Chris
on, now,
Bosh
Terrell.
back out
I'm
on
winning
the
by
floor.
like
I mean, blood
almost
clots can
20.
be a very scary
Eleven.
thing for
I
anyone.
was almost
And I
telling
think
everyone.
everyone is happy he's been able to make a full recovery.
And one.
He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points.
Why would you throw that
Catching up
over
on the
there?
changes for Chicago. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Portis. Mirotic comes in for Taj Gibson. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Stoudemire's checked in for Chris Bosh. Stoudemire inside, working on Noah. Shoots from the right block. Miami no good on that time either. Chicago leading by 9. Butler kicks it to Noah. Hits the front of the rim and out.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Wade outside. Stolen by Brooks. One-on-one fast break. And it's Butler.
Hey!
And guys got careless
Go,
with
Jimmy.
the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal,
You're starting
he
shooting
went
guard.
straight on
Oh
the
yeah,
attack.
never mind. It's Dwayne
That's
Wade.
exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the
But
bucket.
wasn't it Wayne
Don't
Ellington?
let them set up the defense.
He did like amazing.
Check out that assist.
He's in the
That's a
three-point
pair of
contest this
teammates
year.
that are clearly on the same page.
Yeah.
Over to the left wing. It's Dragic with the drive. No luck. Nice D from Brooks.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points.
Are you
Defense
serious?
stood tall there.
Here's Winslow. Kicks it out to Johnson. Stolen by Brooks. 40 seconds left now here in the second. And the foul on Amari Stoudemire.
That'll be bonus there.
You can see the leadership
bonus.
qualities on display right there, guys.
You know, he's their coach on the floor. There's no doubt about that. A great communicator, a great teammate, and as you mentioned, Kevin, a tremendous
Hey,
Catching
deep
up on the changes
three.
for Chicago. Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Noah. And McDermott subbed in for Justin Holiday. And it's Wade penetrating. Rejected
that out of
by
here.
Gasol. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Here's McDermott.
Big
Marvelous
buckets.
lead pass, and he throws it down.
That's a terrific sequence at both ends of the floor. They block the shot and recover it for the fast break finish.
And Gasol
Oh
sends
no!
it back.
What are you doing in Paul's post?
Here's Butler. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Butler's got 6 here in this quarter.
And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder how much can they win by.
Well, it's on the verge of getting out
Oh,
of
yes.
hand, Greg. You can feel it. You can see it. In part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have
Oh,
been
he
really
airballed.
good.
Thank you.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Who wants to see the halftime show?
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of one, they
You
were
have
able
19
to end up
assists,
with a
you have
5-point lead. They just exploded in the second quarter. All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start
Justin
of the
Bieber
third
tries
quarter.
to block Quavo, and fails. Look. Wait.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter
Look at him.
started.
He goes.
You look at Jimmy Butler, he's really been playing well.
And the defense was soft in that first half, and he took advantage every chance he could.
It's a
And boy, was he
foul.
throwing it down hard.
Yes, sir. He has had too many uncontested runs to the hoop, but even if a defender's gotten there, it's been posterized time.
Butler teamed with Dunleavy on the perimeter. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. And it's Rose.
Hey.
That's the 5 out there for the Bulls.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
You know, Jimmy Butler is one of those guys who had to overcome major
was
odds
gonna
just to
alley-oop
get
it
to the NBA.
Whatever, it's not gonna
Reportedly,
work.
his father abandoned the family when Jimmy was an infant. Mom kicked Jimmy out when he was 13. The obstacles and adversity go on and on.
I
Yet
didn't
he's
mean to
made
shoot
it
that like
and made
that
it big.
close.
The Heat trail by 18. Dang attacking.
I see Derrick Rose and stupid. He
guys,
didn't
he
go in
saw
the way.
his
He's
chance
like,
to earn a little
yeah, nah, I'm
camera
out.
time there
I'm not gonna
and took it.
try to
Rocking the
block
rim
that.
with some major force.
Lazy defense there, though, fellas. Somebody's got to be willing to put their body on the line and try to
Exactly.
impede his path there.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Richardson, he's checked in for Miami.
Third foul.
Dragic with
Where
the
is
foul.
Oh,
And that'll be his third foul so far. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway.
Oh.
Recover it. And Gibson wide open. He shoots. Gets a very good look and converts. Gibson's got 8 points.
No hesitation when he saw the space the D was giving him. That's 2.
If you're one person
Greg, after a
watching,
run of 10 playoff,
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor, isolate up top.
they'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
Butler against Richardson.
they're being Troy in right now.
He dishes it to Whiteside. Shot clock at 6. And it's Miami with another.
You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the
Why are you
Heat were
calling it
playoff
timeout?
bound.
I
Even
didn't
with the
need it.
players
I
they
know, why
lost,
am I
most
I'm telling
figured they
my
would
coach,
be playing
right?
postseason basketball.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the
What the heck
postseason
pass is
last year.
that?
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Heat trail by 16. And it's Dragic off the drive. Good work defensively by Gasol. For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. And Dunleavy gets it to go in. Dunleavy's got 6.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that's a nice pass. I will give you that.
what?
Yep, he's on the money, that's no doubt. Puts up a 3.
Come on, it was wide open.
The
Get that,
dive
get
for
that
the
Derrick
ball.
Rose.
And out of bounds.
Yes,
Chicago
you hit that
gains
out.
possession. Joakim Noah, he's checked in for Chicago. Ejuan Moore comes in for Jimmy Butler. Chicago leading by 18. And Gibson, here we go. Jacks up a 3. And Dunleavy is good for 3. Dunleavy's got 5 points now in the quarter.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Miami no good on that time either. And so they foul intentionally.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't
That's
know
a
where that
foul.
came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Portis, he's checked in for Chicago. The Heat also changing it up. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. And Josh McRoberts subbed in for Chris Bosh. Stoudemire, here we go.
Really, you could have went all the way. You got a mismatch.
And Dragic has it in the corner. 4 on the shot clock. Drills the three-pointer. Dragic has got 7.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And Luol Deng gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Mirotic comes in for Mike Dunleavy. And it's Brooks in for Derrick Rose. Nikola Mirotic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind.
So you just
for a
picked the
big
same
guy,
draft
not
as Jimmy
strong,
Butler?
but more aggressive than you
They
think.
had 2 picks that year.
1:56 left to play here in the third. Dragic with a
That's not
wide open
going
look. Another miss by Dragic. The Bulls leading by 19 points. In transition, here comes Miami. A shot by Stoudemire, no good. The Bulls have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Moore. And the layup's good off the glass.
Every player
Moore's
except
got
for
his
Moore
second
has at
basket of
least
the night.
one assist.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Brooks against Dragic. Now here's Brooks. He has 7.
Oh,
Here's Portis. And it's Dragic with the foul.
And that fourth foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction
Oh,
with
my
Tom
goodness.
Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's
After
not
this, you wanna
something
watch
that you
this
see
again?
often. A winning coach at
No one's
odds
watching
with his
anything upstairs?
GM and president. With how often their differences came up, though, you knew
Oh, get that.
something was afoot.
all right. Get it. That's it.
Here's
Thank you.
Holiday, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals, fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Great point. I mean, that aggression has allowed them to just create a lot of havoc, and boy, are they taking advantage. And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some
Dagger!
saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Wade passes to Nick Roberts. 6 on the shot clock. And the shot is long. Brooks.
Oh. Doesn't count, even if he makes it.
Let's take him back.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. The Heat shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. On the floor for Miami, Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. Dang and Bosh
Can't
are
get past
small and
me.
power forwards. And it's Whiteside in at the center, locking down
What
the
are you
middle.
doing, pal?
And that one's good by
Everyone
Bosh.
knows Chris Bosh
I
can
tell you
shoot,
what,
kind
what a
of.
good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
It is already
Finished
over.
off by Gasol.
And really, he's just done a great job of finding the open man every trip down.
I'm trying
Boy,
to
it
get 10
sure
assists with
seems
Derrick
as though
Rose.
he's done it every time. It's been an awesome display of passing for him today.
Bosh, that's good.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
Outside Rose. Butler in the corner. Baseline J on the way. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Dragic kicks to Bosh. Pass to Whiteside. The kick out to Bosh. Back to Whiteside. 5 to shoot. Dang gets a wide open look. They get it again. It's deflected. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. It's
Oh,
on
it's
Jimmy
Whiteside,
Butler.
though.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
And really, the Bulls weathered a lot of injuries last season and still had a good showing in the East. Came away with the 3 seed when many thought they would sink down after missing so many games from key players.
Chicago calls timeout. And the Bulls did end up with the 3rd seed in the East. 33 of their 50 wins last year, Clark, coming in the Eastern Conference.
But it wasn't an even distribution of those wins for the Bulls. Against their own division in the Southeast, they played 500
Really?
basketball. They got their good in-conference record from feasting on the Atlantic teams, taking 16 wins in 18 games against that division.
The Miami Heat came up short last season in hopes of getting back to the playoffs. Clark, their road record didn't help them much.
Yeah, 17-24. I don't think you can be that far under 500 on the road and hope to play in the postseason.
And there's the foul. It goes on Taj Gibson.
That's his first personal foul.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Outside Bosch drains the three-pointer. Bosch has got 9 points in the quarter.
And how about for the Heat having the best road record of any team that didn't make the postseason in the East? But as you said, struggling on the road with St. 18 battling for a playoff spot.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Wade dishes to Whiteside. The kick out to Dragic. Deng passes to Bosch. 5 on the clock.
Yeah.
Launches a three, and the Heat
Yes,
another
7
three.
minutes. Get it.
You know, one final note, guys,
No, I'm
on the
good.
Heat and their they ended up going only 2-8 in their last 10 road games of the year. That was a big part of how they fell out of the 8th playoff seed.
And the wide open shot from Rose. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Now Bosch. Whiteside, a screen on Gasol. Inside, Whiteside kicks to Wade. Outside Bosch. Deng with the screen for Bosch. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Chicago leading by 17. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
And the foul called on Hassan Whiteside.
Did you see who he was running back?
Rose with the ball. To the wing on the left for three, Dunleavy. The shot is off, and Miami the other way now.
Oh,
No one around him.
Oh, wow.
Offline with his three. The Bulls have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And they go to the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
And now they decide to
Oh
foul
my gosh, stop
intentionally.
fouling.
That's his first personal foul.
Annoying.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. And
Thanks.
so they choose to intentionally foul. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Chicago.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
I'm beating you.
They've
man.
repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Derrick Rose, unbelievable spirit. We know about
yeah,
his
your friend
toughness.
said
He's
Happy
fought
New
through
Year.
injuries of all kinds that might cause a lesser competitor to hang up his
What?
sneakers.
And competitor, that's the word, Kevin. I mean, he was impossible to outcompete at the high school level, the college level, and now in the pros.
And so they foul intentionally.
Oh my gosh.
That free throw missing. Chicago was as strong as they would have hoped for last season at home in the United Center. A lot of big wins for them here.
Yeah, and despite all the injuries, they go 27-14 at home, and that helped to assure them of home court in the first round of the playoffs.
Bosch misses. The Bulls leading by 20. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You know, you look back on the Bulls' record last year with 27 home wins. That's pretty solid. Same exact total as they had the year before. They haven't gone below 500 at home since 2008.
And a big part of why the Bulls are tough at home is this crowd. I mean, sold out every game last season. Led the league in total attendance for 6 straight seasons, averaging over 21,000 fans per game.
Whiteside, a screen on Gasol. Bosch can't get that one to fall.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Hey!
But you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense. You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Drops in the tray. Bosch has got 17 now, just in the second half.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Day. The Heat trail by 21.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Bulls.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous
ankle.
You didn't break the ankle.
Yes, I did.
No,
yes, I did. Yeah.
I was going for a charge.
Yeah, but still, you fell.
Just a great
I was flopping.
Still, I broke your ankles. If you think you look all over Instagram, whatever,
well, you look back
you think
at
you'll
the
see,
2015
they'll say,
Heat,
oh,
and the
flop, or
injuries
do you think you'll say
are
ankles
what
broken?
brought that
They'll say
team down.
ankles
We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. If you take any star off of teams, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once
They're all
Bosh
like,
went out.
MVP.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
And that one misses.
And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes.
Who's on this team at this time? Oh, Tony Snow's
Snow.
trash. He's good now, but back then he wasn't. Butler, 90. He's an 88 in this game. He's a 92 in, I think, 18. Nope. Yeah, no, I don't care. I don't care how much energy you have, Derek.
Joakim Noah is going to be running point guard.
What? No, not that. Actually, I'm gonna put Joakim Noah at shooting guard.
Here you go.
Huh? Nah, point guard, bro. Joakim Noah's a GOAT. He can do that.
This season, if they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
And it's Etwan Moore with the foul. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for two.
Score on the
No, stop! Don't! I want to see Joakim Noah run point guard.
He's gotten a number of astronomical contracts. It's because he does
Look at this.
everything.
Oh, handles.
It's
Stop!
like one of those items you buy that touts
Bro, I want
everything
Joakim Noah to run point guard.
I can come back from it.
To me,
Oh, you
that's Joe
can.
Yes,
Johnson.
I can. Look at the time. I have
Clark,
the
we
time.
take a look
You're
at Joe
down
Johnson.
15.
If you're on a good team, a team that was contending for a championship, where ideally would you like
Dagger!
him to be? Where would you slot him?
I put him
said
in
he
that
can't
first
shoot
or
free
second scoring
throws?
role because he's
Everyone.
so good and scores
Everyone
so
said that.
effortlessly. And at some point, I think he's going to hoist that Larry O'Brien trophy.
No, because it's not point.
Kicks it to Johnson. Miami no good on that time either. Here's Chicago. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Well, what a season it was for Mirotic last year. Came on stronger for the Chicago Bulls. Continued to improve.
He played good this year.
In the playoffs.
But then
Really
he didn't play
enjoyed
good the
watching
year
his
we were
first
actually
year.
trying to win.
So much
We
hype
traded
going
him
into
this
the
year
season
because
was about Dougie
he requested
McDermott,
a trade
whether or not
first of all, but
he
he
was going
wasn't
to be in the running
winning last
for
year.
Rookie of the Year, and it ended up being Mirotic. Most years, he could have walked away with that award.
I can't even hear what they're saying.
Stoudemire gets it to go.
Ooh, we
What a
hate the
final
Heat.
quarter these guys are having from downtown, just burying the
Here's the
threes
Heat,
in
something
bunches.
Heat.
And they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason not to.
Ah.
I mean, work that perimeter.
Oh,
It's
Dougie.
going good for you.
Oh, Dougie, get
Work
the
it
rebound,
until
Dougie.
it stops.
Aw.
Winslow, the pass to
No,
Stoudemire.
foul.
Richardson for three.
Get the
Heat
rebound. Oh my
Johnson,
goodness.
a wide open
No, you
look.
got the-
Bangs home the trifecta.
Don't
Add
foul,
another
please.
triple to their second half total.
They came out of the break just
Don't foul.
dropping bombs and
You.
just not letting up at all.
Penalty situation.
That free throw missing.
At the line of the hole, 2 shots.
Timeout. Start it.
Timeout call.
You're not coming back.
You sure?
7 seconds.
You sure?
You're not Tracy
7
McGrady.
seconds is a long time.
You're not Tracy McGrady, okay? You don't have Tracy McGrady on your team. You can't score 13 points in 13 seconds. No, it was... How many points was it? Like 13... It was 13 points in how many seconds?
I don't know. I'm gonna make this a win so long for you.
And the
What?
second free throw, good.
Watch it.
Now a timeout called by Miami.
No.
They're
No,
trailing
stop.
by 13.
Stop. You can't take my controller.
Just
He's
4
cheating.
seconds
I
left to
win.
play
He's
in the
cheating.
final
No,
quarter.
you don't,
What do you
because you're...
think, guys?
You know, I think he's just trying to send his team a message. You know, not willing to give up on this game just yet. Just trying to instill that fight in this group.
Yeah, hey,
Stop.
I'm all for
You
giving
you want your
messages
fans
and
to watch
teaching
this?
lessons, but,
Yes.
and I respect that. But at some point, if it's over, it's
They're probably
over.
pissed off at you right now.
We need to be
Why are you
looking
making me
at
watch
the
this?
next one. This one's done. Forget about it. Let's move on.
And the Heat call time here. They're behind by 13. Just 4 seconds
Justin
left in the
Bieber's
fourth
the
quarter.
type
Guys, your
of, the type
thoughts?
of guy to
And
call
look, this
a
one's
foul
out
on
of
every
reach. I don't
play
know what they're
and
thinking
swears
with
you
this
can't
timeout.
guard
Neither
him.
do I. I mean, maybe they're going over their plans for after the game. Who knows? But let's just get out of
Here,
here.
ready? Let's go. I'm buzzing.
Oh, it's today?
What?
The Rising Stars.
What time?
I don't know. I just saw something on YouTube. It said they're ready to go kickstart on TNT. No, don't call timeout. Just get this over with.
Here's Stoudemire. Misses the three.
Oh, I want
And so
Joakim to
Chicago
shoot
takes
fast.
this one.
Okay, let's end it. Alright, that'll be it, guys.
Peace out.
Party people.